A pleasant day, everyone. We are the Clever Wizards, which says literature reading fosters creativity, and we will delve into the realm of literature. Hello mga naig and hello readers. My name is Nerisan M, and I'll be the summarizer of our group in a vocabulary enricher or the word wizard to foster your daily learnings.
Hi dear readers, my name is the clever Melanie Seda, and I'll be the question or the discussion delegator in our group and a literary luminary that illuminates your brains.
Hi dear readers, my name is the clever Olivette Veloso, and I'll be your ingenious illustrator that brings your imagination to reality.
How are you, my dear clever wizards? We are back again with another children's literature review, and let's now start delving with this interesting book we'll be reviewing. The book was entitled Sarah, Plain and Tall by the author Patricia McLachlan. So let's proceed with the summary of the book. Clever Nerisan, are you ready? Yes, dear. Let me quickly introduce myself again. I am the Clever Nerisan M, and let's start summarizing the literature. Sarah, Plain and Tall is told through the eyes of 12-year-old Anna, who lives on the pirate in the 1800s. So Anna lives with her father Jacob and her younger brother Caleb. Caleb's mother died while giving birth to him, though he isn't aware of this. Anna recalls a time when their home was filled with joy, thanks to their papa singing. Caleb, who wishes Papa would sing, shares Anna's memories. But Papa no longer sings because he has forgotten the words, he claims. Caleb requests that Anna tell him the story of his birth, but Anna withholds some information. Most notably that she did not like Caleb at first because their mother died shortly after his birth. So Jacob places an advertisement in the paper for a new mother and wife, recognizing the need for a woman in their home. So Sarah Wheaton responds, saying she'd like to come out for a month to see if it's a good fit. She is from Maine and lives on the coast. She describes herself as plain and tall. Anna and Caleb also write her, hoping that she will sing when she arrives. Sarah arrives by the train with their cat seal and gifts for Anna and Caleb. So Anna and Caleb are concerned that she will miss the sea and her family, and they have numerous questions for her mother died shortly after his birth. Sarah, on the other hand, enjoys the farm, the animals, and Anna and Caleb. She joins them in song, picks wildflowers, and braids Anna's hair. Sarah tells them sea stories while Anna and Caleb tell them about fiery winters. Sarah is still with Jacob, Anna, and Caleb when summer arrives. Maggie and Matthew, their neighbors, are introduced to her. Maggie is not from the pirate, and she and Sarah discover they have a lot in common. Sarah confides in Maggie, saying she misses her brother in Maine, but Maggie reminds her that no matter where she is, she will always miss something. Sarah informs Jacob that she wishes to learn how to do things around the farm, particularly how to drive a wagon. She tells him she wants to go to town by herself, but Anna and Caleb are concerned that she might want to leave them. Sarah climbs into the wagon and heads to town once she has learned. Anna recalls vividly the day her mother died, as well as the wagon that took her away. She is concerned that she will never see Sarah again. Sarah, on the other hand, returns with gifts for Anna and Caleb. She tells them that she loves the sea, but she would miss them even more if she left. She expresses her desire to marry Jacob from then on and begin a life together. It's all. So the book's ending was touching and soul-stirring, right? Swiftly, let me drop you to my co-wizard Melanie Seda for that illuminations.
Hi everyone! Again, I'm the clever Melanie Seda, the questioner or discussion director. I have prepared 6 questions to the story, which is Sarah, Plain and Tall, and I'll be revealing to you the answers to eliminate your brains to the story we have read. Let's first read the 6 questions and reveal the answers after these. First question, what happened to Anna's mother? Second question, how does Khalid act differently from his papa and Anna to Sarah? Third question, who is Khalid? Fourth question, what lesson can we learn from Sarah, Plain and Tall's story? Fifth question, what does Jacob teach Sarah? Sixth and last question, what is the climax of Sarah, Plain and Tall's story? So, let's answer first the first question. So, what happened to Anna's mother? So, Anna's mother passed away soon after giving birth to her younger brother Caleb, and she resides on the family property with Caleb and their father, and she does most of the household chores when her mother died. So, second question, how does Caleb act differently from his papa and Anna to Sarah? So, while his papa and Anna are somber and depressed, Caleb plays funny and strange towards Anna. While his papa and Anna are unfavorable and unpleasant around Sarah, Caleb is upbeat and kind. While his papa and Anna are at ease and relaxed around Sarah, Caleb displays nervousness and unease. So, third question, who is Caleb? So, Caleb is a sensitive youngster who always has questions about his late mother and Sarah, who might someday with his father. So, fourth question, what lesson can we learn from Sarah, Plain and Tall's story? So, the story's lesson is that it depicts what life is like for a young person living on the prairie. Additionally, the book touches with more serious subjects like grief, hope, and family. And Anna, Caleb, and their papa begin to sing once more when Sarah arrives, signifying all the ways Sarah supports them as they grow closer as a family. So, fifth question, what does Jacob teach to Sarah? So, he exhorts Sarah to master the controls of the horse-drawn wagon so she can visit Maggie and travel into town. So, sixth and last question, what is the climax of Sarah, Plain and Tall's story? So, the story's turning point occurs when Sarah walks to town alone herself, and everyone starts to worry about her safety. Caleb screams and wails for Sarah to return, but Caleb believes she wants to leave because he is loud and troublesome, or because the home is too small. So that's all my questions on the Sarah, Plain and Tall story. So, hope your illuminated brains has filled up with my clever questions. So now let me call on my cool wizard to discuss to you the illustration she made with the literature.
Hi, good day everyone. Today we will tackle about the story of Sarah, Plain and Tall. What can you observe in this picture? Okay, Melanie, you're raising your hand? Okay, very good. There's Anna, Sarah, and Caleb. In this story, Anna is a young girl around 11 or 12 years old, and narrator of the book Sarah, Plain and Tall. Sarah is a woman who lives her life in Maine to travel to the prairie. Her characteristic is not mild-mannered, she is independent and joyful. And Caleb, the little boy in the story of Sarah, Plain and Tall, definitely is. The first line in the book is one of his questions. Did Mama sing every day? He asked his sister Anna. My first question, what happened to Anna and Caleb's mother in Sarah, Plain and Tall? Okay, Nerisan, you're raising your hand. Yes, that's it, Nerisan. Her mother died shortly after giving birth to her little brother. Second question, What does Sarah tell Papa Jacob that she wants to learn? Yes, Melanie? That's it, Melanie. Sarah wants to learn to drive the wagon so she can go to town by herself with Jack, Papa's horse. Papa doesn't like the idea since Jack can be sly or tricky and sneaky. But Sarah answers that she also slay. My last question is, what chore did Papa, Sarah, Plain, and Tall? Okay, Nerisan? Okay, very good. Papa teaches Sarah to use the plow in the fields. The plow is a large tool pulled by the horse that turns over the soil and get ready for planting. Sarah, Caleb, and Anna work hard around the house, do their chores, and then have time to sit in the meadow. Although Sarah isn't officially a member of his waiting family yet, she treats the child with a kindness and love. She insists helping Jacob with the farm activities and even the fixing the roof. It's clear she'll be an attentive mother and a great partner for Jacob if she decides to stay. In this story about family, loss, and hope, when Sarah visits Anna, Caleb, and Papa start to sing again, symbolizing all the way that Sarah helped them as they become a family. So this is my illustration all about. Let me call on my co-wizard, the literary luminary.
I'm back, your literary luminary, Melanie Seda. By now, let's examine the passages I choose from the story. Let's read first the first passage that was found on chapter 9. I will always miss my old home, but the truth of it is I would miss you more. So what can you say about this passage? Okay, Kakay? Yes, very good, Kakay. So this passage demonstrates that Sarah loves Jacob, Anna, and Caleb and does not want to leave them in the face of all her loneliness and homesickness. They receive her care. She may always long for her former home and the sea, but she comes to understand how much she adores and wants to stay with her new family. She was able to get through all of her hardships, obstacles, and loneliness in order to remain with her new devoted family. So let's proceed to the second passage that was found on chapter 1. Did Mama sing every day? Asked Caleb. Every single day? So, this passage serves as the book's opening line and quickly reveals two things. First, that singing will play a significant role in the story, and second, that mothers will figure prominently in the central topic. So in this, Caleb is always interested in learning the details of his birth because his mother passed on the day after giving birth to him. So his older sister, Anna, is the one who usually tells him about it. And one question Caleb frequently raises is whether his mother sang. She did. So when Sarah arrives, they are hoping that she will be able to sing as well. So the last passage that was found on chapter 4 is Somer is ikumen in ludi sing kuku. So in this passage, Sarah teaches everyone about the impending summer using these lyrics. The fact that Sarah teaches them all a song since singing plays a significant role in the story, and it gives them all life and happiness since singing is something they all enjoy and can relate to. It also brings them closer together. So that's all my passages. So that's it. Let me call on my co-wizard, our vocabulary enricher.
Salutations! I'm back again with another 5 sets of unfamiliar words from the book Sarah, Plain and Tall. Can we start now, clever wizards? Okay, let me read first the 5 set of unfamiliar words in the book. The first one is pirate, the second one is paddock, third one is clock, the fourth one is pungent, and the fifth is, or the last one is, stern. So let's now discuss the first word, the first unfamiliar word, which is the pirate. And it is located in chapter 1, page 2, and the line goes like this. Outside, the pirate reached out and touched the places where the sky came down. Let's now define it. So a pirate is a plain of grassy land without many trees. If you're raising cattle, find some prairie land to let them roam around on. So prairie means grassland and comes from the French word for meadow. While we might describe a single meadow, we usually use prairie to describe a type of countryside. In the United States, the natural state of the land between the Mississippi River and the Rocky Mountains is prairie, which is why there is so much farming there. So the second unfamiliar word that we'll be discussing is the paddock, and it is located in chapter 4 of the book, and it is in page 11, and the line goes like this. There were bats in the wild roses that climbed up the paddock fence. So a paddock is an area that holds race horses before a race. Jockeys get the horses ready to go in the paddock. So if you've ever gone to a horse race or seen a race like the Kentucky Derby on TV, or you can see it on TV, you've seen a paddock. This is the pen for the horses, where they hang out before racing. So in the paddock, horses are saddled and paraded around by their jockeys. 2 other meanings of paddock are related. So one is a field for horses on a farm, and the other one is an area for race cars to prepare before a race. So the third unfamiliar word that we'll be discussing is the squawk, and it is located in chapter 7 in the book, page 19, and the line was, there are 3 old aunts who all squawk together like crows at dawn. I miss them too. So the squawk is to make a harsh screech like the sound that a large bird might make. Your pet parrot might squawk until you give her treats to nibble on. So the imitative word squawk first appeared in the 1800s, and around 1945, the term squawk-backs began to be used informally to mean intercom or loudspeaker. So today, that term is primarily used by investors and brokers to mean an intercom used to communicate stock deals. So in addition to being the sound of an irritated bird, a squawk is also a complaint. All he does is squawk about how hard his new job is, like that. So the fourth unfamiliar word that we'll be discussing is pungent, which is located in chapter 8, page 22, and the line goes like this. The grasses flattened, there was a hiss of wind, a sudden pungent smell. We can use pungent to describe a taste or smell that gives a sharp sensation. So what is the pungent odor? Is a polite way of suggesting that someone in the room has BO. So the ultimate source of the word pungent is Latin pungere, to prick or sting. So ginger and mustard seed are examples of pungent spices. Limburger cheese has the distinction of being the most pungent of all cheeses. And if your pet has an accident in the house, there may be a pungent odor. And the pungent can be used in a figurative sense. Pungent language is stimulating and expressive. So the last unfamiliar word that we'll be discussing is the word stern, and it is located in chapter 9 in the book, and it's in page 25, and the line was, and with a whisper to old Bess and a stern word to Jack, Sarah climbed up in the wagon and drove away. You know when you've done something really wrong and the person who gets you in trouble has that unforgiving look on his face? The best word for that look is stern, meaning strict or severe. So stern, strict, severe, harsh, unforgiving, they all more or less mean the same thing, which is very tough and exacting without little helping of sternness thrown in for good measure. So what does this have to do with the stern of a boat, also known as the rear view? Nothing, but it's good to know about that meaning too, since it could come in handy someday when you're giving directions in a ship. So that's for our vocabulary. What a lovely day for us to end this literature review with a smile. The book was a happy ending which warms our heart. So hoping that you feel the same way too, clever wizards. I know you have learned something from us and it also warms our heart. Have a productive day, everyone. Again, we are the clever wizards at your service to foster your day-to-day learnings. Bye!